Hey Matt, it's Chewy, and it's time for your weekly update. And I guess it's not weekly once again because it's taken me quite a while. I think I've skipped the last 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks. Very busy time for me, I guess. Wow, was it E3 and then followed by my California trip? All of these things. No, I don't think so. I don't think that was the case, but yeah, just a series of events that have taken me away from this, but I'm back and hopefully a little bit more weekly than ever. But I guess I haven't talked to you since E3, so it was busy. It was very busy, but we finally got to see Animal Crossing New Horizons. So this is probably, I don't know how much you keep up with any of this. I really don't think you probably do outside of me just telling you about it here. So, Animal Crossing, the next game in the franchise, is now called New Horizons, and it's got a different feel and look to it. Um, I guess the biggest thing is that you're going to a deserted island and you're building it up from scratch. Literally, like, you're not going, I guess, to an existing town from before, but you're just going into a town, well, an island that you essentially have to build from the very beginning. So I like this change. It's something that I wanted. It's something I know people were against me when I said I wanted it, and it's fine, but I just happen to be getting what I want. But I'm sure we're gonna have some fun with it, so I hope the people who are against it find some enjoyment from it because it is Animal Crossing and we love that game, so I just want it to be something fun for everybody. But yeah, I guess the whole E3 week we did like tons of live shows. I guess the biggest thing for me was finally finding a way to, I guess, what's the word? Stream the podcast on YouTube live because we've never been able to have that live audience before. We've only really done the podcast live on Discord prior. But now we can get some more people in, and we actually had a lot of people listening and watching while we did everything live. Like we did a live show the Sunday before. Then I posted like the recording of it Monday. But then Tuesday was a lot of live stuff. Like we had the live reaction followed by a live podcast. So there was just a lot going on that day. And then afterwards, I was just working on videos the rest of the time. So there was a lot to do. And it was fun. I had a good time, but I needed a break. And then last week, I definitely took that. We went to California, and I'll talk about that a bit. But yeah, it was good to take a break and get away from all of this because I was just like, man, I feel like I'm nonstop right now. Because on top of that, like not only was it busy the week before, but when we're going out of town, like I kind of have to prepare a lot of content prior. So I got done recording a podcast and editing it just to record another podcast and edit it the next day. So yeah, there's a lot to do whenever we're out of town, especially the week before. So it was good. It was good. But anyways, yeah, we went on vacation. After that, we went to California. I was there. I didn't see you, unfortunately, but yeah, we went and saw a bunch of theme parks. Well, visited theme parks. I went to two. Jackie went to one because she was busy, but I went to Six Flags with Angel, and that place was packed. And I, the last time I was there was actually, I think I went for my, what's the word for it? Bachelor party? Yeah. So I went with, who was in that group? I guess Abraham, Victor, I think Edwin went, Angel went, and I don't remember if anybody on top of that went, but it was a good time. But that place gets pretty packed. Like even just where I parked in the morning, it's it's a pretty long walk to the front door. And so I don't know. We didn't ride a whole lot of things, but it was fun regardless, just hanging out with friends and everything. And of course seeing Angel. It's been a little while since I saw him. I get to see him again next month, which will be pretty cool. Um but yeah, that park is like, I think they need to update it. I think the rides are kind of breaking down these days. Like they don't work the best. Have they don't have very great customer service and throughout it, and it just seems like everything is designed to get as much money from people as possible while spending as little money as possible. So I don't know, I think that park needs a bit of an update just to make the rides better, the lines better, because it took a really long time to get on a ride. It took a really long time to do anything there. And I don't know, overall, it's just like, it's a busy place, and like people just get stuck on rides for who knows how long sometimes, and they just can't do anything. And that's probably not the best way to spend your whole day at the park, and I don't think they get like compensated in any way for that. So I don't know, they should at least be able to like come back to the park for free later, but I don't know. So Six Flags, it's fun when it works, but they need to stop cutting some corners, I think. Universal Studios, we went there, and I thought it was a good time. We finally went to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, which was pretty cool. Like, it's pretty decked out, but it's also very small. Like, I always knew that Universal Studios was pretty small, especially like coming from Six Flags the day before, because that park's pretty huge. Like, the rides are very big, but it's also like things are quite a walk to get to there. And yeah, so this park is very small in comparison, and the Harry Potter world was pretty small. And you know what's funny? I went in with like kind of the full intention of buying a wand, and then kind of last minute I decided not to, just because I didn't think they looked as good as I wanted them to. They definitely looked like a toy, kind of like a prop, very plasticky. But they had like a really nice feel to them. Like I picked them up and I was like, oh, this has got some weight. It's got a pretty nice feel and everything. And that almost got me back on the train. And it even almost got me back on the train with, because I asked them specifically, because I was like, okay, like if you get the one that does magic around the park, does this work at other parks? And they were like, yeah, it works here. It works at Florida, and it works in Japan. And I was like, okay, well, that's a little more worth it because it does something in other places, which is good. But I don't know, overall, just like the look of them was not my favorite, so I decided not to get one in the end. I thought maybe I'll just find a nice stick somewhere on a hike or something. So yeah, but I mean, I was close. I was close, but you know, just it didn't have the look that I wanted. But yeah, I'd say overall Universal Studios is pretty small, especially for the price. It's almost, I think it's about the same as Disneyland about. So I think they're charging way too much for that place for what you get. I think there's some cool things about it. Like I still think the tour is pretty awesome to do there, but outside of that, I don't know. The rides are mostly like kind of these 3D experiences where you're wearing glasses or you're going through a space where you're looking at screens and stuff. So it's not like all the rides are like coaster kind of things, like physical things that you ride on. Like there's a physical aspect to it, but I think they hide a lot of the props or a lot of the work that could be done through doing props and stuff by just using a screen instead. Um, yeah, so I don't know. I think I had a good time. I think they can charge less for that. I'm sure they're charging a lot now just because of the Harry Potter stuff and all the licensing for all of that, but I don't know. I think they need to just not charge as much because and I guess they have better deals for, locals and everything, which I used to get, which is a little bit better, but I don't know. I still like if you're going to go to a theme park, I think you just should go to one that's going to give you more bang for your buck. And I think I gotta say, Disneyland's got it pretty worked out like that. Because I remember we went and things were pretty good. Like, we got to ride a lot of things, and the lines are definitely more efficient. They have more rides going at one time. And they have a lot of options, and things are. I feel like Disneyland, like, has I guess a good layout in the sense of like, oh, this is definitely a line for a ride. Whereas like other places, I feel like you're kind of guessing like, oh, is this a ride? Is this what I go into to go on or something? So I don't know. It's very confusing, but I think next time we go, we're thinking of doing Knott's Berry Farm because I haven't done that in a long time. So I think that'd be pretty fun. But yeah, anyways, that was our vacation time. It was a good time. I think I am excited to go back and do some more things, but for now, we're just back in our regular lives, doing our regular things, and, well, I guess Jackie not so much. She's on summer break, so she's got a little bit of flexibility with her schedule. It's me mostly that I go to work 5 times a week, and then I come back, and I've got some weekends to do other things that aren't work, even though I spend a lot of time doing this stuff too. But regardless, I will talk to you later. It was good to catch up. I know it's been a while, and I guess I'm back on that weekly schedule for a while. So, yeah, I'll talk to you next time. Bye.